Today is December 25, 2023. Our reflection is entitled The Light of the Word, a Triumphant Revelation. First reading. Isaiah chapter 52, verses 7 to 10. How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him who brings glad tidings, announcing peace, bearing good news, announcing salvation, and saying to Zion, your God is King. Hark! Your sentinels raise a cry, together they shout for joy, for they see directly, before their eyes, the Lord restoring Zion. Break out together in song, O ruins of Jerusalem. For the Lord comforts his people, he redeems Jerusalem. The Lord has bared his holy arm in the sight of all the nations. All the ends of the earth will behold the salvation of our God. Second reading. Hebrews chapter 1, verses 1 to 6. Brothers and sisters, in times past, God spoke in partial and various ways to our ancestors through the prophets. In these last days, he has spoken to us through the Son, whom he made heir of all things and through whom he created the universe, who is the refulgence of his glory, the very imprint of his being, and who sustains all things by his mighty word. When he had accomplished purification from sins, he took his seat at the right hand of the Majesty on high, as far superior to the angels as the name he has inherited is more excellent than theirs. For to which of the angels did God ever say, you are my son, this day I have begotten you? Or again, I will be a father to him, and he shall be a son to me? And again, when he leads the firstborn into the world, he says, let all the angels of God worship him. Gospel. John chapter 1, verses 1 to 18. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things came to be through him, and without him nothing came to be. What came to be through him was life, and this life was the light of the human race. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. A man named John was sent from God. He came for testimony, to testify to the light, so that all might believe through him. He was not the light, but came to testify to the light. The true light, which enlightens everyone, was coming into the world. He was in the world, and the world came to be through him, but the world did not know him. He came to what was his own, but his own people did not accept him. But to those who did accept him he gave power to become children of God, to those who believe in his name, who were born not by natural generation nor by human choice nor by a man's decision but of God. And the Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us, and we saw his glory, the glory as of the Father's only Son, full of grace and truth. John testified to him and cried out, saying, this was he of whom I said, the one who is coming after me ranks ahead of me because he existed before me. From his fullness we have all received grace in place of grace, because while the law was given through Moses, grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. No one has ever seen God. The only Son, God, who is at the Father's side, has revealed him. The first reading from Isaiah paints a vivid picture of the messenger announcing good news upon the mountains. The imagery evokes a sense of anticipation and joy as the messenger heralds the arrival of God's salvation. This passage resonates with a promise of redemption and the unveiling of God's glory, symbolizing the dawn of a new era. In the second reading, the author reflects on the revelation of God through his Son. Jesus is portrayed as the radiance of God's glory and the exact representation of his being. The passage underscores the supremacy of Christ, who surpasses all creation and angels, emphasizing the unique and divine nature of the Incarnation. The Gospel of John offers a profound theological prologue, describing the Word becoming flesh. The poetic language underscores the pre-existence of the Word, identifying Jesus as the light that shines in the darkness. The passage culminates in the proclamation that the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, full of grace and truth. Today's readings converge on the theme of Revelation, depicting the unveiling of God's salvation through his Son, Jesus Christ. Isaiah's prophetic announcement sets the stage for the joyous proclamation of the Gospel, echoed by Hebrews' declaration of Christ's supreme nature. The Gospel of John encapsulates the mystery of the Incarnation, highlighting the Word becoming flesh as the radiant light dispelling darkness. Today, I will contemplate the profound revelation of God through Jesus Christ. I will take moments to meditate on the significance of the Word becoming flesh and the light that dispels darkness in my life. In response to this revelation, I will seek to share the joyous news of God's salvation with others, being a messenger of hope and grace in the world. If you found this video meaningful, I invite you to show your support by hitting the like, subscribe and share button, as this will help us reach more people with these reflections. Together, we can create a community that seeks wisdom and spiritual growth.